Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Gunnar Berg Be a Pro career mode here on NHL 24. This is it. We're here for our NHL debut as we've opened the season as a backup goalie here on the Chicago Blackhawks. We're being thrown into the fire here against the 2-0 Toronto Maple Leafs team, which of course features the likes of Auston Matthews, Mitchell Marner, and William Nylander, just to name a few. We've been given goals by our coach to allow less than 2 goals in this one, and a media goal to become the first star. So we certainly have our work cut out for us in this one. As they'll take to the center face-off here to open this one, as it's back to Seth Jones. Tyler Johnson with a rip there off a Jesper Foss feed. And Chicago's going to jump up 1-0 here. Still looking for our first win early on in this season. Johnson had a very strong preseason, and now he gets his first of the season. Jesper Foss forces a turnover there against Auston Matthews. Good defensive play, and then Johnson with a rip there finishes against Ilya Samsonov. Connor Sheary takes it in for the Blackhawks. And they're going to get another one right off the face-off. It looks like Jake Muzzin might have put that one in on his own net. But we'll be able to clarify here on the replay as Connor Sheary, his first goal as a Blackhawk. And yeah, it looked like he just got driven back there by Athanasiou. And Muzzin puts it right past Samsonov. Now, Chicago up 2-0. And if we were told that 4 minutes into this game a team would be up 4-0, I certainly would have taken Toronto in that capacity, as they're still without a shot on goal here. William Nylander to Mitch Marner. Over to Matthews, a save by Berg. His first test of the night against a great Auston Matthews, and he delivers there. Working cross crease. Auston Matthews, Mitch Marner now poked away into the corner. Matthews to William Nylander. He's hit. Dmitry Orlov to Morgan Rielly. His shot pad save, Gunnar Berg. Murphy will give up the ice to Taylor Hall. Tavares takes it over in the neutral zone. He'll enter. Now Yarncroc with it. Back to Morgan Rielly. Yarncroc. Kampf in the slot. Glove save, Gunnar Berg. And that was a rip there from the high slot from Kampf. Not many opportunities here for the Maple Leafs in the first period. And I think that's to most surprise here against Chicago. Giordano now off the rip. And that almost deflected in through a Gunnar Berg 5-hole. Now a slap shot there. Doesn't go. Giordano is shot blocked. Mitch Marner now loose puck in front. And Nylander, his shot just on the side of the net. Dickinson fighting for it. Marner back to the point. And that'll dribble out of the zone. Marner gives up to Giordano, working his way up the boards. His shot blocked. Now Nylander back to Giordano. That shot wide. Marner to Matthews. In front for Logren. Blocker saved there by Gunnar Berg. And Matthews takes it. They can't get it out. Matthews, a shot blocked in front. Nylander. And he's robbed there in front. Great recovery from Gunnar Berg. So Chicago, after 2 periods, is up 2-0. And only 5 shots there for Gunnar Berg, but he stopped some nice opportunities there for Toronto. As you see there, he flashed the leather on William Nylander in front. Morgan Rielly gives it to William Nylander. He dances his way in with some nice moves. Loose puck into the corner. Matthews back to Nylander to Orlov. Morgan Rielly, a shot from the point, blockered away by Berg. Now defensive zone faceoff here for the Blackhawks after a penalty from Athanasiou, won by Toronto. Tavares, a quick feed there. Good save by Gunnar Berg. Now in front, another save kicked away by Berg. Now Rielly intercepted there by Foligno, who gets it out. Now time for one more Toronto rush here on this power play. Gregor with it close. And I think that hit off the post or off Berg's glove. And the penalty will come to an end here as the Blackhawks kill it off. Brody gives it over to Mitch Marner. He's hit. Keeps possession. Nylander with a shot. Blocked in front. Tavares over to Marner, and another good save there by Gunnar Berg. Marner off a nice feed there from Tavares, and Berg slams the door. Now Muzzin gives up to John Tavares, working their way back, and he's hit hard there. Good hit there by Roos, who takes it up for Chicago off a Taylor Hall pass. Matthews taking it up for the Maple Leafs. His centering pass closed off there. Glove save, Gunnar Berg off a Matthews shot. Now a face-off here to the left of Gunnar Berg. 7 minutes left in the second. One back to Muzzin. His shot, glove save, Gunnar Berg. Auston Matthews back with it. In front for Marner, save Berg. And that's going to just trickle past him. Another soft goal we see given up by Gunnar Berg. He was in good position, but he just couldn't hang on to it. Mitch Marner, his second goal here early on in the season. And Berg made the save, but yeah, he just couldn't cover it up there with the pad as it rolls right past, making this a 2-1 game. Well, it just fell out of his arm there and then off his pad into the net. I don't know what we could have done about that one there. Orlov gives up to Yarncroc. Kampf now with it. And a save there by Berg. It was behind him, but goes across the crease and doesn't go into that as Taylor Hall is laid out there in neutral zone. Now just 7 seconds here. One more time for Toronto for one more shot. Kampf, a shot gloved away there by Berg. And they tried for another one there from behind the net, but to no avail as Chicago takes a 2-1 lead into the third period. A hard hit there in the neutral zone. Berg's been very good so far, despite that one soft goal, as he stopped 14 of 15 in this one. Nylander takes it in off the face-off. Back to Riley. His shot through traffic blocked away. Tyler Johnson with it for the Blackhawks. His pass across, and that's going to be a goal from Jesper Fast. Nice one-time feed there as the Blackhawks extend their lead now 3-1. And this is top line for Chicago. Has been showing good chemistry. Taylor Hall, Tyler Johnson, and Jesper Fast. Pretty underwhelming, especially compared here to a Toronto team. But it's all about the chemistry now. Chicago up 3-1. Dmitry Orlov taking it in for the Maple Leafs. In front for Riley, save Berg, and he's going to freeze that one. Aggressive play there by Berg, working up the crease, and he cut off the angle there. Kampf taking it the other way in transition for Toronto. Over to Cale Yarncroc. His shot patted away there by Berg. Retrieved by Kampf. Back to the point for Riley. And he can't get a shot off. Loose puck into the corner, picked up by Tavares. Good hit there by Edler, knocking Tavares down. Back to the point for Orlov. Now Riley in front. Tavares gloved away by Gunnar Berg. Just got his hand there on that one. Riley, a nice stretch pass there to Marner. Marner working his way in. Pad save, he just saved it there, Gunnar Berg. Now Nylander in front of glove save there off an Auston Matthews shot. Some big time saves here from Gunnar Berg in his NHL debut. Nylander coming back the other way for Toronto with steam. Back to Muzzin. His shot closed off there by Berg. Now behind the net. Edler kicks it away. Brody maneuvering around center ice. He'll work it in for Toronto. Centering pass there, and that's a hard shot from Jake Muzzin. And he had a lot of space there in the slot, and he's going to fire that past Gunnar Berg. Good setup there by Toronto. And now a 3-2 game here late. And Berg just was not ready for that one. Brody had a lot of space there and gives it right to his defensive pair mate. And Muzzin buries that one. Now 3-2 here for Chicago, and we'll look to hold here in the last 5:15. Kampf now taking it in for the Maple Leafs off the goal. That shot wide from Brody. Muzzin to Tavares, save Gunnar Berg in front. Tyler Johnson with it, and he's going to get it out along the boards. Less than a minute now left in the game. Auston Matthews takes it in for Toronto. He's held off there in the corner by Sheary. Fighting for it. Matthews back to Marner. Marner's shot, and that just goes over the net off of Gunnar Berg's save. That was sketchy. Now Atanasio taking it the other way on the empty net, and he cannot finish. Morgan Riley with it in the corner. Robertson picks it up behind the net. He gives up to Morgan Riley. Now just 10 seconds left as Nylander takes it the other way. He's held off. Connor Murphy with it. He'll give up to Atanasio. And it looks like the Chicago Blackhawks are going to hang on in this one. And Gunnar Berg records his first career victory here against a very talented Toronto Maple Leafs team. And there you see him overtaking with emotion there at center ice, celebrating with his teammates. And he only allows 2 here in his debut and picks up the win. We came in with a game goal to allow no more than 2 goals, and we accomplished that here today. Gunnar Berg starts his career 1-0 and hands the Toronto Maple Leafs their first loss of the season. Now, as we do after all our game action, we'll take a look at Gunnar Berg's report card here. A for saves at 95%, Positioning B plus 81%. Team play we've yet to exceed, although it seemed like we were close there with a C plus on a B target. I don't know what more we have to do for team play. And overall, we'll get a 73% for being our first game action, our debut here, as we stopped 21 of 23 shots with a .913 save percentage and a 2 goals against. Very good numbers there from Gunnar Berg in his debut, and a very good showing there. Chicago gets their first victory here. Now for player growth, looks like we got a B as well. Oh no, so that just goes from overall. So that's 1.5. And it looks like athletic, we're on the cusp of progressing there. Over to likability now. And we gained 900 followers. So likability still hasn't really played much into Gunnar Berg and this be a pro so far. So it looks like we'll have a conversation with the reporter, of course. Congratulations on winning in your NHL debut. What are your thoughts? I'll go with the teammate likability on this one. Do you think you've already adapted yourself to the higher level of play in the NHL? Teammate management, teammate. Yeah, I'll shout out my teammates here again. And that was very productive again from a reporter. Brand down 75, but our teammates are loving us now. Plus 225 from teammates. So now we'll just sim along here. I don't expect to play the next game, but we will see. Another conversation here. I don't want to talk to this woman anymore. So we were supposed to be that first star there, so now we lose a bunch of points because we were not the first star. But why does he say he wasn't feeling it? I mean, he still had a good game. Dang, that's a tough break there. Lost a lot. So we'll be a little more conservative on those approaches, at least until we get this overall up a little bit. And now a conversation with the coach. You can't get even like one game in without just everybody talking to you. Good to see we're back on track. So what was the point of this? All right, so we recouped a little bit there that we lost in management and teammates. So that's not too bad. And what's up? They keep changing my pads. I go for the black pads and they keep putting it back at white for some reason. I like how the black looks, especially here with the Chicago Blackhawks colors. As we'll sim that game against the Avalanche, we're not playing. And we lose that one. Now we'll sim to this Vegas game. And we'll sim this one as well. And we do win that one. So now we'll sim to 4-0 Boston. 4-0-1 Boston now. Not starting in this one, so we'll sim this one. And now at Vegas, I want to see if they throw us in for this one. And no, they will not. So like 4 or 5 games here in a row that they haven't thrown us in. Now at Arizona. And if you see there at the top right, they must have thrown us in at some point because our goals against and save percentage both got worse. So that's not cool that they throw you in when you don't even have an option to play it. So now we got to sim another one here against Arizona. Now Chicago at 4-3-2. We're going to host the Panthers. And they're not throwing us in for this one either. So what is the point of having Gunnar Berg up on the roster if you're not even playing him? I'll sim at Tampa Bay. And I think they might throw us in for this one. They just want to throw us in against these good Eastern Conference teams for whatever reason. What do you mean we haven't been meeting expectations? We won our only start. And then you threw us in when I wasn't even playing. And we did bad. So now we have to win 2 of the next 4 games. I wish you would have started that earlier when we won the first start. But I don't really like how we're being treated here in Chicago. We're going to ride it out for at least one season. But I don't like how we're doing. And they're not even going to play us here against Tampa Bay. Jeez. So what, we're 12 games into the season and they've only given us 1 start so far. And now a conversation with our agent. Looks like a fan of the Blackhawks just won a large poster signed by everyone on the team And management called me to ask to get your signature. What are these responses? I'll just say to one of our greatest fans. Always go for the top, accept nothing less. These like are just so corny. Brand up, management up, and teammate up. You like to see that. So we did lose a bunch from that unbroken promise to that media member, but at least we've been able to kind of recoup all of that back at this point. Okay, so now we are going to play at Florida, probably an even better team than Tampa Bay. And let's see if we could, I think we do have some training hours and hopefully some trait points. Let's get the glove up a little bit. We'll do 2 glove sessions and 1 5-hole session. And we actually don't have any trait points. Salary perks, I haven't looked at this yet. What is all of this? So all of this, you can purchase stuff, investments, donations, services. Wow, and all this plays into your brand. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going to really touch any of this right now. That's pretty funny. And right now we can only afford 2 of those anyway, so we're going to have to save up some money before we do that. So now we're going to jump into this game against the Panthers. All right, so we're set here from Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida to take on the 9-4 Florida Panthers. The Chicago Blackhawks are off to a surprising 6-4-2 start, and Gunnar Berg is set here to get his 2nd start of the season. Of course, we just saw he recorded his first career win in his first career start against Toronto. And now Ekblad gives to declare, and Panthers get a quick shot blocker save by Gunnar Berg. Barkov now up against the boards as Chicago will get it out. Now, that's going to be a delayed penalty, so Berg is going to slowly skate to the bench and he won't even make it. So Chicago heads to an early power play here, not even a minute into the game, a penalty from Alexander Barkov. Bennett in front for Keorn, and a nice blocker save there on a shorthanded attempt from the Panthers. Dumba over to Montour, now Carter Verhaeghe. He's going to take it in, a save, paddled away there by Gunnar Berg. Now back to Dumba, blocked by Auston Matthews, and he's going to be tripped as Chicago will head to another power play just 6 minutes into this game. And that's David Krejci here for the Panthers. Quest for the Calder, and here we are at number 5 with an .880 save percentage. And they don't show Connor Bedard here, so I wonder if he's even in the league. Of course, Gunnar Berg goes number 1 overall, essentially replacing Connor Bedard, so I don't really know how they treat that here and be a pro. Keorn in for the Panthers. Another shot, and just gloved away there by Berg. Now Bennett with it. And just barely gloved away again by Berg. Florida getting some shorthanded chances here on both of these power plays for Chicago as Foss takes it the other way. Back to the point for Janssen. Kurashev now. Over to Johnson. Foss. His shot, he scores! Good puck movement there from the Blackhawks, and they get on the board first here. They didn't get to score on the power play, but they do score moments later as Jesper Foss, already his 8th goal of the season. He's off to a terrific start here for the Blackhawks. Nice shot there on the forehand to beat Bobrovsky, short side. And he's got to lead this team in goals right now. Now look at our points leader, and he does lead in points with 13. He's off to a career year so far. Duclair with it for the Panthers. A shot, blocker, save Berg. And Roos will take it the other way. Kurashev taking it in. His shot. And he scores off his own rebound. A great feed there from Athanasiou, who took a huge hit there in the neutral zone. And the Blackhawks get another one here. They double their lead. Philip Kurashev, his 4th goal of the year for the Blackhawks. And he just puts away his own rebound. A nice wrister. And gets right back to him. And he's able to finish backhand against Bobrovsky. Chicago up against a very good Florida team now. 2-0. Loose puck picked up by Mahura. He gives over to Montour. Now Verhaeghe. He'll enter the zone for the Panthers. Reinhart now over to Mahura. Blocked in front. And I didn't even know where that was. Looks like Gunnar Berg did, though, as he froze it. Bringing up a defensive zone faceoff here for the Blackhawks. Now the faceoff to Berg's left. And it's won by Florida. Back to the point. Mahura pad save Berg into the corner. For Hagee, back to Mahura. Another wind up. And that'll bounce out of the zone. Mahura takes it back in, looking for another chance. Behind the net. Back to Mahura. Montour. Glove save Gunnar Berg. And they're getting some pressure here late, but Berg is closing all the opportunities with some sharp play so far from the rookie. Mahura to Keorn. Alex Keorn gets a shot, and that's gloved by Gunnar Berg with ease. Sherry taking it in for the Blackhawks as this. Now Barkov the other way for the Panthers. He gets a shot off with a few seconds left, and Berg able to get his body on that one on a tight angle shot from Barkov. As Chicago's going to take a 2-0 lead into the second period. Gunnar Berg flawless so far, stopping all 10 shots he's faced. Ekblad up to Forsling. Forsling working it in for the Panthers. Now Duclair saved Gunnar Berg into the corner. Duclair back with it to the point for Ekblad. Now Forsling, a glove save from the point, robbing Forsling. Gunnar Berg looking very sharp here so far in his second career start against one of the best teams in the league. Reinhart picks it up. His shot blocked in traffic and goes right through the crease. Now Krejci with it in front for Keorn to save Berg. Reinhart couldn't put that rebound home. Now Montour with it. He goes in front, blocked by Athanasiou. Lundell with it for the Panthers in the zone. In front, save Gunnar Berg. Loose puck, rebound. And that's going to bounce right over the net off a second rebound attempt from the Panthers. Lundell with it in the corner, back to Montour. In front, Mahura. And Berg corrals that one now more than halfway through this game. Berg has been very sharp. He hasn't had the best positioning. And you see that one, he got a little lucky there as it bounces right over the net. Good flexibility, though, and stopping a flurry of chances there as he's set for yet another defensive zone faceoff. And look at the stamina bar for Berg. We hope we win this one and get it out. It is won by the Panthers. Mahura's shot. And that's going to just trickle in. I think it was deflected in front. And that's been our Achilles heel. These deflections in front of the net just keep finding their way through. Let's see. He shoots. And yeah, it just hits off the stick of Seth Jones. Like, what are we doing? Montour taking it up for the Panthers. He enters the zone. His rip saved there by Berg, corralled. That was a nice rip there by Brandon Montour. Now a draw to the right of Gunnar Berg. Won there by the Panthers. Mahura, Montour. And another save there off a Duclair snapshot. Back to Montour along the boards. He retrieves it in the corner. Back to the point for Mahura. Over to Kachuk. Now Barkov in front. He gets hit there by Edler. As the Blackhawks escape a threat there right in front. You don't want Barkov sizing up Berg in front of the net. Barkov gives to Duclair. Barkov back with it over to Kachuk. Kachuk, he's tripped up. Montour's shot saved by Berg. A shot there from Mahura, and it hits Barkov to the left of the post. Berg left that side of the net wide open, and he couldn't hit the net, but he hits his teammate instead. Reinhart back to Ekblad as the Panthers take it the other way. David Krejci. Verhaeghe now a shot. Gunnar Berg save. Loose puck in front of Verhaeghe, puts away that rebound. Our rebound control has been a weakness for sure with Gunnar Berg, and there it bites in there as Verhaeghe puts away his own rebound. And that was a soft one I think Berg should have had. And there, that second attempt just beats the glove of Berg. Carter Verhaeghe relentless, and he certainly played to that tune on that goal. As now the Panthers tie it up here 2-2. So that's going to do it here. We give up that late goal as Florida ties it up 2-2 at the end of 2. Gunnar Berg, 19 saves on 21 shots as we're set to begin this third period. Ekblad gives to Verhaeghe, who enters the zone for the Panthers. Shot in front, and Berg slams the door on that one, putting the pads together. Now Auston for the Blackhawks the other way. He has some space in front, and his pass intercepted by Reinhart, who gives to Krejci now over to Verhaeghe. And he has a chance there on Berg, and Berg's actually going to be able to stop that one. A tough rebound, which almost went through the 5-hole, but he's able to stop that one. Now another face-off here to the left of Gunnar Berg, won by Florida. Ekblad over to Forsling. Back to Ekblad from the point, working his way in. And that's a loose puck across the crease. Save Gunnar Berg. Tyler Johnson up. Back to Zaitsev. Now back to Sheary, who enters the zone. Sheary finding some space. Wins the battle against Forsling. Johnson a shot. Sheary back with it in front. Back to Jones. His shot. He scores! Sheary was making a lot of space there. It seemed he had a few chances there in the front. But there he elects to give it back to Seth Jones, who buries it for his second goal of the season. And the go-ahead goal late here for the Chicago Blackhawks as they now lead 3-2. Beats Bobrovsky far side there with a nice snapshot. Nice wrist there from Seth Jones, who just beats Bobrovsky. And now Tyler Johnson ties Jesper Fast for the team lead in points. Mahura will give up to Barkov. Barkov entering the zone. His shot barely saved there by the pad of Gunnar Berg. Picked up by Seth Jones out of harm's way. He gives to Sheary. Mahura now with it for Florida. Picked up there by Krejci. He'll take it in for the Panthers. Krejci in front for Verhaeghe. Save Gunnar Berg. Behind the net loose. And Edler will pick it up and get it out of harm's way. Auston now. Peels back in front for Seth Jones. Loose puck. Sam Reinhart now gives over to Krejci. Krejci a rip and a glove save there, Gunnar Berg, with less than 2 minutes here. Berg's glove has been strong in this one. Although I wish we could say the same for his rebound control. Now 25 seconds here for the Panthers. Verhaeghe will take it in as they pull the goaltender. Across, and that just hits the side of the post. Reinhart trying for another attempt. And Berg, I think, was expecting the cross crease there. Reinhart with a nice opportunity, but no angle, as it goes off the side of the post, and Berg will corral it for the stoppage. Now 18.4 seconds left. Can Gunnar Berg hang on? Barkov back to Forsling. Forsling a rip. Blocked in traffic. Lundell. Loose puck in front. Kachuk. And Gunnar Berg will pick that one up as well. Now just 12.4 left on the clock. .4 here, and you know, a defensive zone face-off win by the Blackhawks would all about do it here with the empty net. As Tyler Johnson will win it now, Blackwell will give up to Fast. Fast a rip on the empty net, and he'll score his second of the game. And Chicago is going to take this one. Jesper Fast has been a goal machine, his 9th already in about, 13 games? So Jesper Fast on a ridiculous pace here early on in the season. And there you see Foss. Auston Matthews with 15 goals. My goodness. Now 5.5 left here, and it looks like Gunnar Berg is going to advance to 2-0 here in his career. And now we'll get a stoppage with 1.3 as Barkov, an interference penalty. Maybe that was just a frustration. Now we'll have one last draw here before we can officially call it a win. And there we go. Gunnar Berg advances to 2-0 in his young career. And the Blackhawks are on a very good pace so far this season, highly exceeding expectations. And you just have to wonder, are the Blackhawks now going to mix in Berg a little bit more after these two good performances against very good Eastern Conference teams? So that'll do it from here in Florida. And I'll see you back at Gunnar Berg headquarters to get a chance to look at his report card, as the Blackhawks take it here 4-2. So here we go, an A- in saves, a B+ in positioning, again a C+ in team play. I don't think we're ever going to break our target there. And a B overall at 75%. Gunnar Berg stops 28 of 30 shots for a .933 save percentage and a 2 goals against. And despite that, we weren't even a top 3 star. Player growth, again, 1.5. We only get 0.2 for a win. and then 1.3 for overall feedback, and then I guess you just times the beep times 1.5. I'm not really sure how this works, to be honest. And likability, we gained 837 followers, and it's still, that doesn't really have any impact thus far. So we're not going to play any more in this episode, although you can see our stats there at the top right now. We're at a 278 goals against and a 900 even save percentage at 2-0 here in Gunnar Berg's career. I just want to see when they're going to play us next, though. So we sim again against Tampa Bay. Now we play Nashville. And we're going to have a conversation with the reporter. They just got to nix this. The reporter conversations, all like the coach conversations, they're just whack. They could be a lot better. I'm not even going to read these anymore. I'm just going to go for brand likability. Same thing I've else provide. I'll just do this one. Brand likability, management down, whatever. See ya. Let's not do this ever again, please. You gotta like think, how do real humans, like real professional athletes, feel when they have to go talk to the media all the time? I can't even do it here in this game, let alone in real life, given your actual time. But it looks like we are gonna get the start next game at Nashville. We come in with 7-5-2 record, and Nashville 9-6, a very good start for them as well. So this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. I really appreciate you following along with this Gunnar Berg Be a Pro career mode here on NHL 24. It's been quite a wild ride here, and I'm very pleasantly surprised with the way we've started our career here. So as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.